This is Dr.VNSR Venkateswara Rao, working as the Associate Professor from the Department of Chemistry in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. So today I would like to give the topic on the definitions and terminology of electrochemistry and corrosion. So first we see what are the topics covered in today's content. So first I start the definitions and terminology of the topic of the electrochemistry and finish the topic with the definition and terminology of the corrosion. So let us start the electrochemistry definition and terminology. So first of all, define Voltaic cell. So that means Voltaic cell is an electrochemical cell that uses the spontaneous redox reaction to generate the electricity. So first of all, what is the meaning of the spontaneous? So spontaneous is nothing but the reaction proceeds to give the products until all the content of the reactants completed. And redox reaction. Redox reactions is nothing but the reaction takes place both oxidation and reduction reaction. And next one, what is electrolytic cell? Electrolytic cells converts the electrical energy into chemical potential energy. So the process is known as electrolysis. The purpose of this usually to convert the reactants into more useful products. So this is nothing but when electricity is passed to a aqueous solution of the sodium chloride solution, it will be dissociates into individual ions, both cations and anions. So that is the process of nothing but electrolysis process. So next one, why is the salt bridge is used in the construction of a cell? So that means they allow the movement of the ions from one solution to another without mixing of the two solutions and complete the electrical circuit. So to maintain electrical neutrality of the solutions in the off cell. So that means salt bridge is nothing but one of the membrane which passes the solvent molecules from one solution to another solution when both are separated by a equal distance. Define battery. So the term battery is a group of two or more electrical cells connected together electrically in series. That means battery is one of the electrochemical cell which converts the chemical energy into electrical energy. Next, what is an irreversible cell? So that means the cell in which the cell reaction is not reversible. So the best example for a irreversible cells nothing but the primary cells. So primary cells which involves the only forward reaction. That means chemical energy converts to electrical energy. And next one, what is a reversible cell? The cells in which the cell reaction is reversed by passing direct current in opposite direction. So the best example for a reversible cells is nothing but a secondary cells. That means these are the cells which converts the chemical energy into electrical energy and electrical energy into chemical energy. That means these cells involves the both forward reaction and backward reaction. That reaction is nothing but a reversible reaction. And what is a redox reaction? The oxidation and reduction reaction in any chemical reaction in which oxidation number of the molecule or atom changes by losing or gaining the electrons. That means already we discussed about redox reaction is nothing but a simultaneously takes place both oxidation and reduction reaction. Oxidation is nothing but a loss of electrons and reduction is nothing but a gain of electrons. And what is oxidant and reductant? That means in redox process, the reductant refers electrons to the oxidant. Thus the reaction that the reductant loses the electrons and is oxidized and oxidant gains the electrons and is reduced. So that means the oxidation reaction, the participant is nothing but a reductant, whereas the reduction reaction, the participant is nothing but a oxidant. Define reduction potential. So the tendency of an electrode to lose electrons when it is contact with its own solution of the ions. That means whenever the copper rod is dipped in copper sulfate solution, it undergoes a reduction reaction at cathode. And what is oxidation potential? Define oxidation potential. The tendency of an electrode to gain electrons when it is in contact with the solution of its own ions. That means it is nothing but when zinc rod is dipped in zinc sulfate solution, it undergoes an oxidation reaction. And what is electrode potential? The tendency of an electrode to lose or gain electrons when it is contact with its own ions. So by taking the examples of the zinc dipped in zinc sulfate solution or copper dipped in copper sulfate solution, they may undergo either oxidation or reduction reaction, either by transfer of the charge. That means electrons. Define reference electrode. So reference electrode is an electrode of standard potential with which we can compare the potential of another electrode. That means the potential of non-electrode, that is nothing but a reference electrode. Write the Nernst equation for the electrode reaction at 298 Kelvin. So the Nernst equation for the electrode reaction at 298 Kelvin temperature, E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by N log of concentration of product by concentration of the reactants. That means E cell is nothing but a electrode potential, and E naught cell is nothing but a standard electrode potential. That means to maintain at 298 Kelvin temperature, and where small n represents the number of the electrons transferred. It may be either losing of the electrons or gaining of the electrons. And this ratio is nothing but a equilibrium constant or reaction coefficient. Fourth hint, cell is made from the aluminum and cellular of cells. Which electrode is the anode and which electrode is the cathode? That means the aluminum of cell is more negative than the silver of cell. So at aluminum electrode, aluminum atoms lose electrons and oxidation takes place. So aluminum is anode and silver is cathode. So according to electrochemical series, the metal which can act as either cathode or anode, that should be depends upon their standard reduction potential. So electrochemical series is defined as the arrangement of the elements according to their standard reduction potentials. Next one, define corrosion. That means from this question onwards, we start the topic of the corrosion. So any process of deterioration and consequent loss of the solid metallic materials through an unwanted chemical or electrochemical attack by its environment, starting at its surface, is called corrosion. So for example, if you consider the metal of the iron, it will be placed in an open environment. What happens? The oxides present in surrounding environment, it should be takes place on the surface of the iron. That is nothing but a rusting of the iron. That means the surface area, the physical appearance of the iron will be losing takes place. So that is nothing but a corrosion phenomena. Which types of the metal oxide film causes the rapid and continuous corrosion? The metal oxide film with fine grained, tightly adhering improves oxide film and highly unstable oxide film. So generally for unstable oxide film, silver, platinum, all of these examples for a unstable oxide film. Which types of the metal oxide film prevents the corrosion? That means the metal oxide film with fine grained, tightly adhering and improves oxide film and highly unstable oxide film. So that means generally aluminum, such type of the metals prevents the oxide film. And what is meant by rusting of the iron? So the atmospheric corrosion of the iron leading to the formation of a layer of reddish scale and power of the oxide on the surface. So this is the best example for a rusting of a iron by taking ferrous oxide, and formula is Fe2O3 and N moles of the H2O. Okay, next one, what is dry corrosion? Corrosion caused by the direct chemical action of atmospheric gases such as oxygen, halogen with the metal surface. That means the corrosion takes place in the presence of the environmental oxygen, and halogens. Halogens is nothing but either the presence of chlorine, all of these examples for a halogens. Okay, and what is wet corrosion? So a corrosion which occurs when a conducting liquid is in contact with metal. So for example, if you can take as a aqueous solution of a sodium chloride solution, so that is nothing but the best example for a conducting liquid. Okay, next one, what is liquid metal corrosion? So this is corrosion occurs due to the chemical action of a flowing liquid metal at high temperatures on solid metal or alloy. So the best example for a liquid metal is nothing but a mercury. What is a porous metal oxide layer? So that means it contains pores and cracks, and the atmospheric oxygen has access to the underlying surface of the metal through the pores or cracks of the layer. So thereby corrosion continues until the entire metal is converted to its oxide. So for example, if you can take as a ferrous oxide, it will be having pores and continuously absorbs the environmental oxygen. So that means the metal should be completely converted into a corrosion phenomena till the total process will be continuous. And what is the volatile metal oxide layer? The oxide layer formed is volatile in nature and evaporates as soon as it is formed. So thereby leaving the underlying the metal surface exposed for further attack. That means generally what is the meaning of the volatile? Volatile means evaporation takes place. And what is a stable layer? Stable layer is fine grained in structure and can be get adhered tightly to the parent metal surface. That means such a layer will be impressed in nature. What is unstable layer? So the oxide layer formed decomposes back into metal and oxygen. And what are the types of the theories of the corrosion? There are mainly two types of the theories of corrosion. One is chemical corrosion and next one is electrochemical corrosion. So chemical corrosion is nothing but a dry corrosion, and electrochemical is nothing but a wet corrosion. Write the effects of the corrosion. So wastage of metal in the form of its compounds. The valuable metallic properties like conductivity, malleability, ductility, etc. are lost due to the corrosion. That means the metal undergoes degradation takes place. And what is cathodic protection? It is the protection of the parent metal from the corrosion by connecting it with more active metal like magnesium and zinc. So for example, if you coated the base metal of iron with either zinc or magnesium, the zinc and magnesium can act as a more active metal. That means they can sacrifice this life. So this is nothing but a cathodic protection. And finally, the base metal iron can be acts as a cathode and it should be safe side. Why is coating of zinc on iron is called sacrificial anode? So zinc acts as anode with respect to the iron. So zinc is on away before the iron, hence zinc is sacrificed instead of the iron. So this will be finalized by the electrochemical series. According to electrochemical series, the metal having the more standard reduction potential that should be acts as a cathode and safe side, and the metal having the less standard reduction potential that should be acts as a anode and it can sacrifice its life. What is impressed current cathodic production? An impressed current is applied in opposite direction to nullify the current and convert the corroding metal from anode to cathode. So by applying the current DC source from outside, the nature of the electrode, that means it should be converted from anode to cathode. So that is, it is called as a impressed current cathodic production. What is surface coating? Coating of one metal to the surface of another metal to protect from the corrosion. So generally corrosion is a physical absorption phenomena. If you control the corrosion in order to cut off the contact between the metallic surface with the surrounding environment. So that is possible by the surface coatings. And the next one, what is metallic coating? That means coating of one metal to the surface of another metal to protect from the corrosion. So that means if you protect the base metal of the iron, that should be coated with either zinc or magnesium. So that is nothing but an example for a metallic coating. And what is cathodic coating? Cathodic coatings are obtained by coating a more noble metal or less active metal having higher reduction potential or lower oxidation potential than the base metal. So this is also based on the electrochemical series. And what is anodic coating? Anodic coatings are obtained by coating a more active metal having lower reduction potential than the base metal. So again we see what is hard dipping. The base metal dipped in a molten bath of coating metal, which is covered by a molten flux layer. So that should be nothing but a hard dipping. And what is galvanizing of the iron? It is a process of coating iron or steel sheets within a tin coater to prevent the iron from the rusting. So that means when the base metal iron is coated with zinc. And what is tinning of iron? The process of coating tin over the iron or steel articles to protect them from undergoing corrosion is known as the tinning process. And what is electroplating? Electroplating is the process of applying a metal coating on the surface of the another metal through an electro-deposition process. That means electroplating takes place in the presence of electricity. Write the application of the electroplating. This technique is used in industries to produce metallic coatings. In metals, electroplating increases corrosion resistance. Chemical attack does not occur hardness, wear resistance, etc. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.